Hey guys, did you know that I have a Patreon where you can support me and plus get awesome rewards? Or if you're thinking to yourself, but Julian, I want even more bang for my buck while still supporting you, you can pop over to my Redbubble and check out my awesome store with new designs appearing regularly. But for now, enjoy the video you're about to watch.
Hey guys, it's me, Julian Greystoke. Today I'm wearing my Normandy versus the Reapers shirt. Not particularly for any reason, I just haven't worn it in a while and I wanted to wear it again. Today we're doing a fun little video that I just came up with while I was sitting around on the couch doing nothing yesterday, because I'm a terrible person. But aside from that, I just decided to write down my favorite, and I decided to go with top 10, movies that are adapted from books. And now there are a lot of them in the world, and I'm sure there are so many that I'm going to be kicking myself for leaving off of this list when I'm finished. These are just some of my favorites. Keep in mind that I have not read all of the books that these movies are based off of, so this isn't going to be like a list of the best adaptations of a book that I read into a movie. This is just going to be my favorite movies that were based on books. Just because I feel like it, okay? Okay, we're on the same page. These are not in any particular order, not even the last one. It does kind of go from least favorite to favorite, but it just kind of, just take that with a grain of salt. In the number 10 spot, we have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I know it's kind of every fantasy movie ever that was coming out at the time, but I really liked The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the more recent one. I used to like the miniseries when I was a kid too, I own that as well, but I liked the newer one. I thought it was good and well done, and I have read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it was one of my favorite stories when I was a kid, so I was pleased by this adaptation. The number 9 spot goes to The Wizard of Oz. Who doesn't love the Wizard of Oz movie? I have read the Wizard of Oz book, and to be honest with you, I read it as an adult, and I was not terribly impressed by it. Like, it was okay, but it's just not the kind of style that I like, and maybe if I'd read it as a kid I would have found it more engaging, but definitely the movie wins for me. The number 8 spot goes to Anne of Green Gables. I think I had Anne of Green Gables read to me when I was younger, but much younger, and I don't really have a strong memory of it, but I do have a very strong memory of watching the miniseries Anne of Green Gables. I don't remember the company that made it, but I loved it so much. And recently I also watched Anne with an E on Netflix, and that is the only other Anne of Green Gables series that I have liked probably as much as that first one that I saw. So I love them both for different reasons. That first one will always be like the definitive version for me, but Anne with an E is quite interesting and good, and check it out if that seems like your kind of thing. Number 7 is The Secret Garden. I will go ahead and have Future Me put up the version of The Secret Garden that I watched as a kid. I have read the book, and I also really like the book. This is one of those ones where I like the movie and I like the book pretty much equally. Both hold a special place in my heart. The number 6 spot goes to 101 Dalmatians. The Disney 101 Dalmatians was my jam when I was a kid. Secret about me, when I was a little kid, I used to want to be a dog, and I just basically crawled around the house barking like all day, and it was mostly due to this movie. I was certain that if I tried hard enough, I could become a Dalmatian. My brother loved cats, so he would play Sergeant Tibbs, and I would play one of the Dalmatians, and we would just go. Huge imaginations all around. I have read the 101 Dalmatians book. It was quite a while ago, and I did enjoy that too, but I think the movie will always be where it's at for me, just because it was such a strong piece of my childhood, which tells you how freaking old I am. Yeah. The number 5 spot, again, these are not really in any hugely particular order, I have Sherlock Holmes, especially the BBC Sherlock, although it wasn't perfect, but most importantly and dearest to my heart is the Granada Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett. Ugh, so good. If you have not seen it and you are a Sherlock Holmes fan of any kind, do yourself a favor and go watch it. Mwah. The number 4 spot goes to one you knew had to be on this list, and that is Lord of the Rings. Just all of them. I read the first Lord of the Rings book and got halfway through the second one before I just gave up because I was too bored. The writing style in Lord of the Rings just isn't for me. It doesn't really engage me, and if you love it, that's fine. It's just not my thing. But I love the movies, and I will frequently just rewatch them. I pretty much had them memorized when I was younger. They were pretty much on non-stop in my house, so you could start saying lines anywhere in the Lord of the Rings movie and I would be able to pick it up and just probably finish the movie from there. Yeah. My number 3 spot goes to Pride and Prejudice, this version. I have not read Pride and Prejudice myself because, again, the particular writing style of that time period just isn't one that I find engaging, but I love period romance movies so freaking much, and I thought this one was so well done. I did try to watch the miniseries that everyone talks about, and honestly, I was kind of not really bored by it, but it just didn't have the same feel and the same heart as the movie did. I know I'm gonna get shot by people who love the miniseries, but yeah, this one is where it's at for me. My number 2 spot goes to The Princess Bride. I have not actually managed to read The Princess Bride book yet. I still have every intention to. I've heard good things, but who doesn't love the Princess Bride movie? Seriously, how did you even grow up if you have not seen the Princess Bride movie? If you haven't seen it, stop what you're doing. I don't even care. Stop watching this video and go watch The Princess Bride. It is a beautiful thing. And finally, the number 1 spot, which is probably the closest we come to my favorite movie that was based on a book, is Little Women. This one. Wow, I love this movie. I love it so much. It is my comfort movie. I watch it every year at least like 5 times around Christmas time because a lot of it does take place around Christmas. It just speaks to me. I came from a large family, and even though it wasn't all sisters, just the family dynamic, the fact that they were kind of poor, the fun and imagination that the girls all had. Of course I relate to Jo because she's a writer and I'm a writer, and just yes, 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 I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And this movie is one of the only movies in existence that can make me cry. Still, even. It even can still make me cry. So this movie gets all of the points for that because I am a tough nut to crack. Have I read Little Women? Well, I started to actually recently listen to it, but I hated the narrator who was narrating the version that I was listening to, so I stopped. It was just, wow. Some of the voices that she did for some of the sisters were so grating to me that I just had to stop. So maybe I'll try again, maybe with a different narrator, who knows? But I have not succeeded so far to actually read Little Women. So there you go, guys. Those were a top 10 list randomly of some of my favorite movies that are based on books. What are yours? Comment below and let me know. Or, you know, make your own list like this. That's fun. Remember, everyone, that I post new videos here Mondays and Fridays. All the links to my social media are still down in the doobly-doo. They never left. They're always there for you. So is Jane. He's on the floor. You can't see him, but he's here too. And as I've started always saying, if you like what you saw but you wish it was better quality, then please go support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can make sure that I continue to save up towards getting better equipment for my filming. And I will see you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!
What's up, everybody? It is shout out time. Time to shout out to my very first patron, Kim. And if you want to be cool like Kim, become a patron over on Patreon.